under the project of the Government's Public Relations Department, Office of the Prime Minister, Thailand.
In 2022, Thailand will host the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Meeting or APEC meeting. APEC 2022 Thailand will provide a good opportunity for the country to show the potential and restore the confidence of the international community in the post-COVID-19 era.
The issues are to revive and reboot travel and tourism industry, supporting SMEs, digital technology, while focusing on sustainable and inclusive economic growth under biocircular green economy, which are the priority and will be raised into this meeting at APEC 2022 Thailand.
Tuning into 98 FM and listening to our special section on Relax Time radio program every evening from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. throughout August 2021.
Charming Chiang Mai is a project aimed to reopen Chiang Mai under the new strategy and uniqueness of tourism management according to Amazing Thailand Safety Health Administration Plus or SHA Plus, piloted with sealed routes in 4 districts of Chiang Mai.
เมืองเชียงใหม่ District แม่ริม District แม่แตง District ดอยเต่า District Sha Plus and SOP will bring back the charming city of Chiang Mai with the safest destination for all tourists. For more information and free registration, please visit worldwideweb.thailandsha.com. Welcome to Relax Time Radio, broadcast nightly from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. on FM 98 MHz, Radio Thailand, Chiang Mai.
Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to Relax Time Radio with a new chapter of Thailand, a 30-minute segment. And today is Wednesday, May 4th, 2022. My name is Peter, and I'll be your host for this evening with today's topic, Understanding Thailand's Soft Power. Now, in Thailand, everybody knew it's a curious place. On the other hand, it is a country that foreigners love to visit for the scenery, the shopping, the partying, and the street food. And even if they have to suffer traffic fumes and dust, they may even find themselves tucking into pad Thai in the shadow of T-22 tanks of the Thai Army Regiment 2. But over the past few weeks, the country has been thrown upside down due to the spread of the novel coronavirus. And as some call it, that has given rise to Catch-22 situation. Do we follow other countries to block the Chinese tourists from entering Thailand or just allow them to come in? And our attitude is, all are welcome. On the other hand, our land of smiles has been branded for where anything goes. So how can one brand Thailand as a country? In addition, what, if any, is nation's soft power? And these questions are being asked more and more frequently these days, since the country can no longer rely on its traditional exports of rice and natural resources. Today, the tourism industry is highly competitive. The country is now moving towards a 4.0 industrial revolution under its 20-year national strategic plan. As such, there must be something fresh and exciting about Thailand's in the digital age that can push the country to the forefront of the global stage. And truth be told, for decades, the country has been labeled as the land of the 4S, sun, sand, as part of that, and these singly or together have attracted all kinds of tourists to Thailand. The last label in the list followed reports of foreigners using Thai women as surrogates for their children. Thailand temporarily became a baby factory. And according to Thammasat University, who has carried out extensive research into Thailand's branding and repositioning in the age of interconnectedness and social media, Thailand and its culture, value, and foreign policy have charisma and high persuasive power, which can attract admiration and cooperation. But the Thai people and the bureaucrats must change their mindset and perception and appreciate their country in real terms first before they take up new challenges. The Soft Power Report 2019 by the University of Southern California Center on Public Diplomacy ranked Thailand at number 6 among Asian countries. Japan topped the soft power chart, followed by South Korea and Singapore, respectively. Within ASEAN, Thailand is behind Singapore as number 1. The report stated that Thailand has the potential to rise into the top 30 in the world if the country can strike the right political balance between the rural poor and the urban elites. It went on to say that Thailand's weaknesses are problems related to corruption and inequality. It also said that the Thai government is failing to showcase the full potential of Thailand's rich cultural offerings beyond tourism. One more weak link is its poor performance in public diplomacy and digital infrastructure. On the country's strength, it noted that the kingdom has a unique cultural identity that enjoys broad global recognition through its vibrant tourism industry. The report stated that Thailand plays a positive role in the region's political and economic architecture, and that perceptions abroad remain strongly positive despite political unrest. In other words, Thailand must rid itself of the stereotype perception of those 4S and that have dominated both the virtual and black and white narratives of the country. But tackling Thailand's uniqueness in terms of weaknesses and strength is, without a doubt, a tall order that will require all concerned authorities and stakeholders to work together to create new national narratives and behaviors. Thailand's soft industry has some unique products. For instance, in recent years, the entertainment industry has gained a wide market within Asia. Its blooming film industry is enjoying a brisk business both in region and in the West. Furthermore, Thai period TV series have made inroads into new markets in a way never before seen. Even its comedies are popular in Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam. When China halted the import of South Korean dramas and entertainment a few years back due to the dispute over placing of a missile defense system, Thailand became one of the biggest beneficiaries, with demand for its entertainment programs skyrocketing in China. Since the 1970s, when Thai cuisine began to show up in foreign capital, Pad Thai, Tom Yum, Som Tam have been the 3 main dishes. Today, Thai cuisine has grown beyond these staples to more sophisticated dishes that increasingly rely on organic and high-quality ingredients. Nowadays, the gamut of Thai cuisines ranges from the simple street snacks to the banquet known as Samrap Thai. Those with deep pocket can even hire private chef to produce the same dishes at 10 times the price. Today, too, is serious attempts are being made to promote both traditional Thai boxing and massage on the global scene. Indeed, Thai spas and Thai kickboxing venues can now be spotted in major cities all over the world. Meanwhile, various locals and foreign sponsors are competing to promote their own versions of Thai boxing combined with martial arts to a global audience. As a country, Thailand is sabai sabai, means take it easy, multicultural society with moderate standard of living and tolerance toward various gender groups. Thailand's LGBT-focused culture is famous the world over at a time when the LGBT movement is still too taboo elsewhere in ASEAN. Thai TV programs featuring LGBT themes have been translated and screened in Taiwan and Vietnam, just to mention a few places. In conclusion, that cannot come soon enough, as Thailand in creative and constructive ways. Thailand is ranked 35th out of 120 countries on the Global Soft Power Index 2022 and a fall from 33rd from last year. Soft power has recently become a buzzword in Thailand, following a performance by a Thai rapper, aka Millie, at the world-famous Coachella Music Festival in California, during which she ate mango sticky rice, helping to increase the international popularity of the Thai dessert. The ranking, which was released in March, is determined by several factors such as familiarities, reputation, influence on the other countries, as well as the country's response to COVID-19 pandemic. It was also evaluated by the 7 pillars of soft power, namely business and trade, governance, international relations, culture and heritage, media and communications, education and science, and people and values. The top 5 power countries on the index are the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, China, and Japan. A research fellow at the Thailand Development Research Institute, TDRI, believes that Thailand's ranking will keep declining if no one enhances the soft power that the country already has. Adding, the decline in ranking means that our attractiveness has declined too, which will affect the economy. He also stated that Millie's Coachella performance, noting that the artist used popular culture to represent a Thainess of which people may not be aware, and help to address misunderstandings about Thailand. Therefore, many people think that what Millie did was to deploy soft power. Regarding to the 7 pillars of the Global Soft Power Index, Millie may have helped increase the scores on culture and heritage with a specific impact through arts, entertainment, and food, as well as people and values. So if the Thai government wants to elevate soft power, conserving the country's heritage may not be enough. The government should also create an ecosystem that supports the creative economy, which will play a huge role in creating soft power, and they should also come up with policies and resources to support artists in creating soft power in the future. And that is the introduction to the soft power, which Thailand hope to focus and elevates. We'll take a short break for now. My name is Peter. And when we get back, we have some more information as Thailand eyes leveraging soft power to attract quality international tourists. Stay tuned.
Under the project of the Government's Public Relations Department, Office of the Prime Minister, Thailand.
The tourist attractions in Thailand are very unique and so attractive. They are still waiting you to visit.
Are you ready to take the new normal trip around Thailand?
These are our recommendations. First, it is advisable that you should get vaccination against COVID-19.
Second, always check into Thai Chana wherever you go.
Third, wearing a proper face mask all the time.
Fourth, keeping at least 1 meter distance away from other people.
Fifth, washing your hands very often with soap or hand sanitizer gels.
6. Going cashless and make payment by using online payment.
Charming Chiang Mai is a project aimed to reopen Chiang Mai under the new strategy and uniqueness of tourism management according to Amazing Thailand Safety Health Administration Plus, or SHA Plus, piloted with sealed routes in 4 districts of Chiang Mai.
Mueang Chiang Mai District, Mae Rim District, Mae Tang District, Doi Tao District, Sha Plus and SOP will bring back the charming city of Chiang Mai with the safest destination for all tourists. For more information and free registration, please visit worldwideweb.thailandsha.com. Under the project of the Government's Public Relations Department, Office of the Prime Minister, Thailand.
In 2022, Thailand will host the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Meeting, or APEC meeting. APEC 2022 Thailand will provide a good opportunity for the country to show the potential and restore the confidence of the international community in the post-COVID-19 era.
The issues are to revive and reboot travel and tourism industry, supporting SMEs, digital technology, while focusing on sustainable and inclusive economic growth under biocircular green economy, which are the priority and will be raised into this meeting at APEC 2022 Thailand.
Tuning into 98 FM and listening to our special section on Relax Time radio program every evening from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. throughout August 2021.
You're listening to Relax Time Radio on FM 98 MHz. Now back to our program. Hello and welcome back to Relax Time Radio with a new chapter of Thailand, a 30-minute segment from 8:30 to 9 p.m. My name is Peter, and to continue on with soft power, we look at Thailand's leveraging soft power to attract quality of international tourists. TAT, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, is aiming to leverage Thai soft power in order to attract quality international visitors to the kingdom. The Thai governor said the plan came after a discussion with the private sector following the government's decision to reopen Thailand to the international community this month. The meeting aimed to determine how best to attract between 5 million and 15 million visitors this year. If Thailand sees 160 million total travelers in 2022, tourism revenues could be as high as 1.3 to 1.8 trillion baht. The plan includes the promotion of Thai culture experiences, or soft power, featuring culinary favorites such as mango sticky rice, along with the Thai films and series, fashions, and Muay Thai arts. According to the Thai governor, about 444,000 international travelers made their way to Thailand over the first 3 months of this year, generating over 34 billion baht in revenue. Looking ahead to the May to September period, the TAT is looking to attract at least 300,000 quality tourists each month, eventually bringing the figure up to 1 million from October through the rest of 2022. He expects the steep competition with other countries that are also reopening to attract more visitors to help revitalize their economies. The TAT also plans to take the private sector on more roadshows globally, with an emphasis on important markets. And thanks to tourism and culture, Thailand has been listed among the ones to watch in the annual Soft Power 30 report. The report notes that Thailand has strength in the area of tourism and culture, but weak in governmental performance. Portland notes that the ones to watch category means that the country's performance on soft power is positive enough for it to be close to the top 30. And this year, Thailand is ranked 36. While the country continues to grapple with political unrest, its soft power assets have been growing from strength to strength, the report said. It added that Thailand is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world and the second highest ranking Southeast Asian nation on our index. Thailand's cuisine, culture, and warm hospitality also play a role in attracting international attention, the report also said. Now, while Thailand has been promoting its innovative and tech-savvy economy throughout the Thailand 4.0 initiative, the US-based report suggests otherwise. The government performance and digital sub-indices are clear sign that the country should develop those areas to improve its soft power assets, and this may include an expectation of a smooth transition of power after the next year's election, which should give the kingdom the space to promote cultural production and increase investments in digital infrastructure and public diplomacy. The leading soft power this year was France, followed by Canada, Germany, and the United States and the United Kingdom. And despite major terrorist attacks and the rise of the far-right nationalist populism, the internationalist, business-friendly party of Emmanuel Macron has been handed a large mandate to lead France forward after a period of political and social unrest. The US was downgraded from the first position in the last year's report because global public opinion about the country has soared since President Donald Trump took office. 4 Asian countries made it to the soft power 30: Japan, Singapore, South Korea, and China, with all of them except Singapore improving their ranking on previous year. China, which ranked 25th, was said to have better outlook on globalization and environmentalism. In terms of South Korea, let's have a look at why Thailand's soft power is not as successful as South Korea's. And this is not the first time a Thai food or product has become a top trending item, whether it has been represented by a famous celebrities or featured in the international media. Now, last September, when the Thai member of K-pop group Blackpink, Lalisa, wore traditional headdress and costume in her debut solo single video. Such accessories saw significant increases in their sale in local markets. Local meatballs in Lisa's hometown of Bulilam also saw unprecedented popularity after her exclusive interview with a famous TV presenter, Woody. Unfortunately, such hype is somewhat short-lived and nowhere near South Korea's success in its use of soft power, commonly known as Hallyu Wave. Whether it's music, drama, or in any other form of entertainment, South Korea content has remained popular and it has succeeded in becoming a global phenomenon over the past decades. Such international success also induced fans to dive into other aspects of its culture, whether it's food, fashion, beauty, languages, or anything Korean. The most recent example is the Dalgona candy, which suddenly became popular after a Squid Game TV series achieved international success, and despite being a retro item with its original popularity back in the 70s and 80s. Korean kitchen staples such as ramyeon, which is instant noodle, kimchi, fermented vegetable, and gochujang, red chili paste, also saw huge exports in recent years. Even the country's Ministry of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Affairs gave huge credit to the widespread popularity of Korean TV series in other countries. In fact, South Korea's soft power is not just about going after transitory trends. It is the country's long-term strategy to export its cultural identity to the world. This soft power has a significant impact in boosting South Korea's economic growth and has helped enhance its position in geopolitics. One momentous event was when Gangnam Style singer Psy taught the iconic horse riding dance to the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon in 2012. South Korea's strategy began in the late 90s, in the same time as the country was shifting towards democracy while experiencing economic issues due to the Asian financial crisis. Now, back then, the South Korean government approved budgets to promote its culture, arts, and entertainment in the global market, with Korean TV series and music as their starting point. Fast forward to today, and the long list of K-pop groups have been well received among international fans, with a handful of songs listed on Billboard charts and many acts performing world tour and collaborating with world-famous artists. The tremendous success of K-pop boy group BTS, for example, contributed to almost $5 billion to the South Korean economy per year. Their success also afforded them numerous golden opportunities, such as performing in American award shows and making historical appearances at the United Nations General Assembly. Returning to Thailand, our country has a number of strengths, including tourism, food, tradition, fabrics, history, and the list goes on. But why has Thailand not been able to enjoy the same success as South Korea? Well, the Associate Professor of the University of Thai Chamber of Commerce Faculty of Communication Arts says that Thailand has potential to be like South Korea or even Japan. Unfortunately, Thailand has missed plenty of opportunities to enhance its soft power. The marketing communications expert also feels that Thailand has plenty of great products which can attract global attention, but does not know how to present it effectively. And not only that, the Thai government has never implemented a national strategy to support it, which she thinks is Thailand's biggest weakness. Do we really value soft power? We can see from what's happening right now, it shows that we haven't been taking it seriously, she said. The government and related ministries must come up with a plan and not wait for someone famous to approach you. Soft power will make an impact once you know the purpose of it. If you're going to use soft power to boost the economy, you need a systematic plan for what you're going to promote and how you're going to add to its value to reach the global market. And as for mango sticky rice buzz in Thailand, she took the opportunity to compliment Millie's promotion of the Thai dessert on a Coachella stage. Millie knows how to use this opportunity to promote the Thai product, which also links to the cultural image of the country. Instead of only promoting herself, we can say it was done at the right place and at the right time, and the mango sticky rice hype has indirectly boosted the economy. In a way, Thailand has enjoyed some success even without the government's help. In recent years, Thai dramas and film has been distributed on Netflix and other streaming platforms such as VTV and have been well received by international viewers. For example, famous Thai drama Love Destiny, Bupphe Saniwat, known for its depiction of Thai history and culture, enhanced by romantic comedy storyline, resulted in thousands of tourists flocking to historical park and temples in Ayutthaya in traditional Thai costumes. Even Thai dishes featured throughout the series were also in high demand. Alright, and that'll be all the time today with a new chapter of Thailand, a 30-minute segment on Relax Time Radio. My name is Peter. Gonna have to say goodbye now. We will shift back into our regular show. Thank you for listening in and take care. Have a good night.
Under the project of the Government Public Relations Department, Office of the Prime Minister, Thailand.
The tourist attractions in Thailand are very unique and so attractive. They are still waiting you to visit.
Are you ready to take the new normal trip around Thailand?
These are our recommendations. First, it is advisable that you should get vaccination against COVID-19.
Second, always check into Thai Chana wherever you go.
Third, wearing a proper face mask all the time.
Fourth, keeping at least 1 meter distance away from other people.
Fifth, washing your hands very often with soap or hand sanitizer gels.
6. Going cashless and make payment by using online payment.
Under the project of the Government Public Relations Department, Office of the Prime Minister, Thailand.
In 2022, Thailand will host their Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Meeting or APEC meeting. APEC 2022 Thailand will provide a good opportunity for the country to show the potential and restore the confidence of the international community in the post-COVID-19 era.
The issues are to revive and reboot travel and tourism industry, supporting SMEs, digital technology, while focusing on sustainable and inclusive economic growth under biocircular green economy, which are the priority and will be raised into this meeting at APEC 2022 Thailand.
Tuning into 98 FM and listening to our special section on Relax Time radio program every evening from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. throughout August 2021.